Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2025 Lexus IS350 F Sport design. This model is finished off in ultrasonic blue mica and has an MSRP at just over $47,000. So this is more of a basic 350, but it still has a lot to offer. So we'll start off underneath the hood, where this model is powered by the 3.5 liter naturally aspirated V6. It's paired to an 8-speed automatic. It pumps out 311 horsepower, 280 pound-feet of torque. This model is also rear-wheel drive. It can do 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds, and its top speed is 143 miles an hour. Now this is also a really nice color for this model. You don't see too many IS models in blue, and paired with all the gloss black, it gives it a great look. Now this also has the distance pacing sensor as the Lexus badge itself there. There's LEDs for all of the lighting with that dark housing, more gloss black trim accents, lots of cutouts provide cooling to all of the engine components, and some really nice subtle lines that come down the hood. Now this model also has a really nice set of multi-spoke wheels. There's the F Sport badge just behind that. More gloss black accents for the lower side skirt. It's even on the top of the mirror caps where there's chrome and a turn signal. More chrome for all the window trim. There's a sunroof up top, and then some really nice lines that flow down the side. Now in back, there's gloss black for the spoiler. You get LEDs with that dark housing that runs right through the trunk lid as well. More gloss black for the bumper, and then the dual exhaust. Now you also have a good bit of cargo space too. This is a very practical sedan. You even have some storage under the floor where you have the spare tire there. You have some tie-down hooks. You can also fold down the back seats too. And it also says Lexus IS350, which is neat to see. You do have one grab handle over on that right side too. And then for the interior, it would be nice to see some storage in the lower section, but you have a speaker, you have your window control there and release, and then a nice design for the seats. And at 5'10", I have a good bit of space. You get storage pockets, you have vents in the middle. I have less than ½ inch of headroom, but I could still fit back here comfortably. You only get an armrest in the middle, so there's no cup holders for this model here. And then you have a good bit of visibility around the pillar in the back, so it's pretty easy to see. Now up front, you do get storage in the lower section, and then you have the power folding or power operating front seats there, and all of your window controls and mirror adjustments as well. As we start this up, we have the leather steering wheel with paddle shifters on both sides. You have your cruise control settings along with distance pacing, lane keeping assist, Bluetooth, voice commands, volume, and tuning for your audio. Now with this model here, you only have the digital readout right in the middle. So you have fixed info on the left side and the right side for all of those vitals, and then you can go through all of these just depending on what you need to get into. There's also a lot of standard safety features that you can turn on and off just depending on what you need to view for the day. Now you have the trunk release, hood release, you have the piped in exhaust note that you can turn on and off, automatic headlights, dimmer switches for the gauges there. And then with the infotainment system, it is touchscreen, but you can also use the controls down below to further get through all of this. So you can get into your climates to adjust all that. You can pair your phone. Pretty simple for this layout. You can get the larger screen, however, too. So you have vents underneath that along with a clock, and then all of the climate adjustments are nicely laid out underneath that with all the controls and adjustments. You get a CD player with volume and tuning, all of those adjustments. This even gets heated seats along with a heated steering wheel, and you have a few different driving modes. So you'll notice those will change on that center screen there. There's also snow, traction control, auto hold. You do get a backup camera with 2 different angles here and the guidelines, so you can adjust those, of course. There's also drive and the ability to shift using the shifter. You get cup holders, some auxiliaries, and storage. You get more storage in the glove box, and then up top you have dome lights and controls for the sunroof. The sunshade is manually adjusting. And then here's a look at visibility from the driver's seat. Pretty easy to see in all directions. And we're still in sport mode, second gear. Here we go. And of course, this has a lot more potential than what I'm doing today. What I want to highlight with the 350 and even the 500, these really tend to perform a little bit better in the higher RPM range. So I'm going to about 3,000, nothing crazy today. And you can go probably 4,000 to 6,000 is where you're going to really see this vehicle shine, especially in the quickness of the paddle shifters. They are more responsive in those higher RPMs. And it's a vehicle that, with that naturally aspirated V6, you ring out a little bit to get more of that performance versus some of the vehicles that you can get in this price point that might have a turbo engine. There are a lot of brands and manufacturers going away from the NA engine. So with Lexus, you can get the NA V6, you can get the NA V8 with the IS500, and just ring them out a little bit more to get that power. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the 350. And it's a nice place to be. I like all the materials. Lexus and Toyota give you, especially with this model, a very simple interior, but you can still get a lot of creature comforts. We have distance pacing, we have the heated seats. We have a lot of those simple tech features that you are looking for without going to a million different bells and whistles. And a lot of people are drawn towards that, especially when we're getting those large curved screens and just a lot of kind of overkill in a sense. Some of that is great if you're a tech person and you like all those screens. I'm not hating them, but there is something to say with just having a simple vehicle, something to hop in and drive without all of the distractions. So I think this is a really nice model. We still get that NA engine. That's a big plus for people who don't want to go to a smaller displacement, get the turbo engines, things like that. So I think this and the 500 are still two very nice vehicles for the price and for what you are getting with that price. Now, in terms of its maneuverability, we should be able to do this. Turning is very tight, so that's a tight turning circle, which is really nice. And then as we get back up to speed, sounds good, not crazy loud, as you would expect, but definitely a great daily and one that offers a lot. Good daily, good MPG, and then could be a backroads type of vehicle that can handle well, just depending on the type of driving that you were doing. But that is going to wrap it up for this 2025 Lexus IS350. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick Lexus Northlake for providing this sedan for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.